Welcome back. In this session, after introduction, we are going to see the process flow of condition contract management or settlement management, or you can call it as a rebates. Okay. Now, if you look at this, so this, you can see this. First, we are going to create a condition contract. Okay. Before going to create a condition contract, we have to take care a lot of dependent functionalities. So for converting condition contract into the settlement document. If you look at this, if you see this yellow mark condition contract, and after that, this is the settlement program, and basically this is the settlement document. These are the three key things. So whereas if you see this in ECC, you have a rebate agreement, and here is VBox index table, and here what is that credit memo. Let's try to understand this, what exactly it is before getting into the credit memo. That is different story. Your settlement document is based to auto generate for credit document. So this is business volume based. Like if you are simply as simple as it is, if you are a OTC consultant, okay, in S4 HANA. So there, what you are going to create, you are creating sales orders and contracts and deliveries and billing documents. You know that in rebates or else settlement management, based on our introduction, the base is your BBRK or BBRP net value. Okay. So to calculate that net value, there should be some base, right? On what basis you would like to collect this information. So your condition types will capture like customer material or else sales organization or else any other key combination for that matter, like how you take rebate condition types in ECC in the similar way. So so to calculate the percentage, so the base should be calculated, the base of your total of net value, or else the base what it is supposed to be calculated, that we will call it as a business volume base. For that, business volume base has a dependency on all these things. If you look at this cost data, certain times if you go for retail system, you will punch in orders, and once you generated a billing document, your business volume will be generated. Okay. For condition contract, it is required. So you have a conditions, and you have a lot of customization here in this part. Okay. The base is condition contract. We have to create it after order to cash cycle. Okay. So this business volume, how it generate for condition contract. So like if you take sales order, delivery, billing, you will create it. In the similar way, if you go for side, purchase order, MIGO and Miro, you will do. So business volume base to generate it, you have to run this your transactional process. Okay. So once you got business volume base, you'll calculate your condition. That I will show you in pricing process. It is very detailed. Don't worry. So just try to understand that. First, you want a base. On that base, you want like to calculate as a percentage. If you don't want to calculate, that is there must be fixed, or else it might be based on certain quantity. You will generate this business volume base. Okay, by using conditions. That means you will follow the condition technique. Okay, like how we have in pricing. So this base volume will be also one condition type. We're going to see that. So in background settlement program, what it will do, it will determine either direct conditions with scales also. Okay. Generally, we will use value scale. Okay. So calculate pricing, you will do it by using condition settlement document, you will generate it. Okay. This is the you are going to pass the information to your FSEO and other if you would like to generate an output or something like that. Okay. Let's go for next slide. If you look at this, so what is the customization? You have a for contract. So like, header and so item will be there, like how you have in a sales order, like how you have your quantity contract and value contract. And if you take header and item will be there, like in the similar way, settlement contract also, you will have a header and item. So there business volume table will be linked. Actually, I will show you at the time of creating transactional tracer. There should be some rules should be created to generate a document. Okay. So conditions like your pricing condition technique, like, rebate how you'd like to calculate it. Okay. So that's the thing actually. You understood by this way. So next, so now see this. So this is settlement program will take care at background. So your data source, it is also similar like another format I'm showing you, like, like previous slide. You can see this condition contract to till settlement. This is what it is happening. So for doing this, contract document type, you will copy it by using standard, and you will generate so condition records also you will generate within the contract itself. If you go back in ECC VB O1 and VB O2 like that, you are creating certain, you don't have such kind of headache, anything here. The contract itself, suppose you have a rebate agreement, right? In ECC, in the similar way, you have a contract, but it has a huge functionality, okay, based on the controls what S4 HANA has given actually. So that's why it's easy compared with that. But initially you will have a little confusion to do that, but I will clear your confusion. Okay. Now you got it, the data sources, and the end goal is creating condition contract and settle them through credit memo, auto credit memo generation, which will happen. I will show you everything. Okay. So this is little detail. If you see this, okay, you have a contract. You will have generally your payer partner will be there, right? Like we're going to see like three criteria how you have in rebates. We'll have a three prerequisites here also. So contract, what it holds generally, contract is meant for your validity period, 6 months or 4 months or 5 months. In the similar way, your condition contract, like rebate agreement also, you have a validity period in the similar way. So it is just name change with huge functionality. Okay. So business volume, field combination will be there, and you have a settlement calendar where you don't have settlement calendar in ECC rebates. You have a settlement calendar, right? You have a settlement calendar or not? Just comment. You have 100%, because without settlement calendar assignment for your rebate agreements, you cannot able to settle down your whether it is uh, final settlement. That means full and final settlement, or else your quarterly settlement as a partial settlement, or else monthly as your partial settlement, or else 15 days fortnight partial settlement. You will have all business scenarios in your ECC. In the similar way, we have a partial will be there, and full settlement will be there. In the similar way, there is something called delta settlement. Okay, what is delta? You got some doubt. Okay, I will explain you. Wait for some time. Okay, so now if you can see this rebate conditions and field key combination is configured. That's what he's talking about. This is basically little technical database views. What it is going to read actually VBRK underscore these two are the database views. As I explained, your net value is based to calculate your rebate. You can see this. So the business volume, right? So on the net value, once it is generated, whether 100 sales orders or 1000 sales orders, so the total net value, if you'd like to calculate it, it is going to see. But okay, so if VBRP, NetUR, and other fields and VBRK, we were updated in real time. That means background, they have developed a program like settlement program, right? I told you it will be developed actually little technical. If you see this, these are the invoices actually, invoice 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this is key important note. That's what I told you. Okay. So let me go back to the Excel. Where I am now. So let's do one thing. Let me come back here. Come here. So I can say that. So maybe like, so in ECC, what you are doing, you have a rebates, right? So when you have a rebate conditions, okay, rebate conditions like what you have, BO01, I think you remember this, right? BO02, okay, BO03, okay, like so material rebate, customer material rebate, and some other kind of volume rebates, and you will have a different rebates for your key combinations in ECC you have. So these condition types, okay, this is basically condition types. These condition types you are adding in your pricing procedure. Maybe your pricing procedure standard I will take RV WA01, right? Okay, this is the pricing procedure. Your own defined pricing procedure, okay, you are adding all these condition types. That's what it is happening. Okay, but here also, so this is in ECC. Now let's take S4 HANA. S4 HANA, what? You are defining your condition types in the similar way. Okay, so this you are placing in this pricing procedure, right? In the similar way, we're going to place in another separate pricing procedure. Okay. So we're going to see in details. So this is, so that means I don't want to keep my S4 HANA rebate related condition types, whether it may be for an accrual calculation, whether it may be for settlement, whether it may be like my business volume generation base. So I require a condition types, right? Those condition types, I'm not going to, it is not mandatory. I'm not talking about it is not mandatory. If I would like to display for my customer, I can able to do that. If I don't want to do that, I don't want to place like how we have done in ECC like this. Okay. I can take separate pricing procedure. It will be separately calculated. That's what I'm telling. See, the pricing procedure itself, clubbing and the same place, it is calculating and using VBAX, VBOX, it is index table. It is a lot of headaches. So that's why it is got separated. Okay. Now you got it. So the meaning of this slide, you have to read carefully and understand. Note, not mandated to set up sales and distribution pricing means. So you need not keep your rebate condition types and their subtotals like how you have done in ACC in the similar way. Okay. So that's why the slide is different. This sentence itself, it is sufficient to understand this. Okay. Now see this settlement documents means your credit memo, like, see delta accruals and partial settlements and final settlements, what exactly it is. So if you have some ECC background, that is fine. If you don't have, let me explain you. Suppose you created one agreement. First, Jan to 2024 is the duration. This is 31st Jan. So sorry, this is December 2024. One financial year you have created in 2024. Okay. So once you created, this is the full duration. Whatever the accruals, assume that it is a 2%, one rebate is there and fixed value, some 10 USD, one rebate is there. Maybe like, so quantity based also, whatever it is called, whatever the calculation I have done. So like, end of the financial year on the bunch of the total business volume. Okay. Like this is total volume of your sales orders or POs. So sorry, sales billing documents, you can say sales billing doc or else purchase side billing documents. Okay. So it has a different scenarios. I will explain you purchase side. Even if we have more scenarios, that is different thing. Actually, try to understand this process. So on that volume, suppose if it is calculated $10,000 as a volume, 2% I'm giving. Okay, on this into 2 divided by 100. Okay, so 200 will be my final settlement I'm giving for total financial year. Or else this same will be divided into 4 means 450s. So QTR1 quarter 1, I will, so no, let me put this one. Okay, let me put here. So maybe I can pay like this quarter 1. Oh God. QTR1 quarter 1 like 50, like that. Second quarter another 50, third quarter whenever he is eligible. Okay, fourth quarter another 50, like that. I can able to run it, right? So this is called partial settlement. Every quarter I am doing, whenever I want it, I can able to do the partial settlement. This is one case is there. So in the similar way, if I would like to pay it, if I would like to pay for quarter, I can able to pay like this. If I would like to pay as a full settlement also, I can pay it. Suppose some mistake happened, it is failed or else some correction happened, like it's supposed to pay 60 or else 40. So then I need, so some returns happen or else some invoices got cancelled. Some invoices got cancelled means obviously your business volume will reduce, your total net value will reduce, and that your 2% calculation will be reduced. You got my point, right? So such a case, what happens, that we'll call it as delta correction. Okay. Remember the terms. It is very, very important. To putting a lot of hard work in these sessions, please don't insult with your ratings. If you don't understand, it is always welcome. You can able to ask whatever you want it. Okay. So this is one thing. Now you got it, a delta accrual settlement and partial settlement and final settlement. This is what it is happening. So the calculation is like this, okay? Rebate value calculation and additional calculations. So accounting document will, so always delta corrections or else partial settlement or final settlement if you take, it will be, you are going to pay for your customer, then it will be credited, okay? Your sales account, that means your GL account, general account, sales side, okay, it will be debited. All these are the different things. Let's try to observe this slide. So probably we can see in next session few more details. Thanks for joining this session. Wishing all the best. Have a great day. It is very, very important. Please, I am expecting your appreciation.